Opposites do not attract. You are only attracting yourself. But the reason why we think opposites attract is because the ego is looking at surface level characteristics and traits and choices and behaviors of people and ourselves as actually who we are. Meaning the ego believes if you repress your anger, you are a greater person and made the better choice than someone who has anger and expresses it. But what we fail to understand is we're the same in consciousness. We both have anger and resentment in us. But then we look to another person who's expressing it and not repressing it and saying how guilty they are because we're the ones who guilt ourselves for the anger and repress it, right? And then the other person's not doing that, so that's why we guilt them. The same guilt we have on ourselves for the anger is the same guilt we're giving on to someone else. So we are the same. We are not different. So this is where we want to practice more of a vigilant and absolute understanding of ourselves, meaning we're not looking to behaviors and traits as who that person is, because that's seeing someone as the body, as the surface level. These are optics. This is why people on social media have this whole optic of who they want you to think they are, but that's the illusion, because that's what it appears to be. But appearances are not truth. The ego likes appearances because that's what it uses to dictate who it is. It's surface level. The body, the physical world is surface level. It's not intuition and it's not your unconscious. Now, we think opposites attract is because that person is behaviorally opposite to us. So you have anxiety, for example. Looking at my parents as an example, right? My dad was really anxious and always expressed it. He was very externalizing of his deeper sense of self. But then my mother was quiet and kept it and internalized and processed those feelings within inside of herself without sharing them. So my dad thinks they're different, but I'm like, no, you're the same. You just, one is internal with their shame and their anger and their frustration, and one is external. And so they actually attracted to each other. Even though they seem and appear to be opposite, they are the same. Same with an empath and a narcissist. An empath, right, and a narcissist both have deep levels of shame and fear and guilt in them. One's externalizing it violently. The violence in them is coming out. The egotistical fear of change, the fear of not being in control, right, is coming out. Whereas the empath doesn't have control. Also, they both can't control themselves. One can't control taking things and personalizing things from others. It can't control its own sense of power and step into it. And the narcissist also can't step into its own power of learning how to see itself and restrict itself. It's blowing up like a volcano, and the empath just takes the lava. And so they're blaming each other basically for their own feeling, but they're actually using each other to perpetuate their own deeper sense of self. So when you are with a partner and you think opposites attract, that's not true. You are like that person. You just express that same form or consciousness in a different way. And the appearance, because it's different, tells you that you're different.